No, you've been eating Chinese chicken for the wrong reasons, my friend.
You've been eating it wrong this entire time.
We need this clickbait video. Hello, you, and welcome along to Crabpo. Yeah, you heard.
To what?
Crabpo.
Crabpo.
The fuck are you on about?
Life is too short for 6-syllable podcast titles.
God, he's fucking abbreviated it.
Crabpo.
Boo!
I hate it. Thank you.
You love it?
I hate it. Yes.
No, you love it.
I
If
really
you
hate
spell
it.
out
It's wonderful.
KRP, it is crap.
Crappo.
Crap.
Absolute crap.
Crappo.
We are the crap.
Crabpo. We're living in the tip top. The tip top.
You've turned into Top Cat.
With the tippity top and the Twitstagram.
Top Cat.
We're living in a world of TikTok and things like that. There's too many syllables.
TikTok, because that's fucking abbreviated.
Well, people don't watch videos for more than like 3 seconds, so they don't want to hear me saying
that's
Killer
because they're
Rabbit
bad
Podcast.
videos.
They want Crabpo, and they want co-hosts like H.A., Mr. H.A.
Thanks. I hate it.
And B.
Just B.
Bon.
Sup?
For the rest of the episode, that's your name.
I'm okay
Just a
with that.
noise. You are just a noise.
I am all but a noise.
I'm being very silly, of course. It's Killer Rabbit Podcast. It's Yorkshire's #1 alternative news podcast where we search the internet for the silliest, strangest, and most surreal stories, but we've not been doing much of that lately. So today, tonight, to now...
now?
Yeah, to right now.
Right this second.
Right this second. We're going to be hitting you in the face with several stories tonight.
Are we?
Even I'm getting on board.
We're on a several story smash.
we are? Oh,
fucking
God.
crazy one.
I just can't.
He got really excited by what you just said there.
The alliteration.
So
I'm hoping
many
the listeners
stories.
are getting as excited as Sam just
A
did.
super story. I think need another word, Sam.
A symphony of super
A
stories.
symphony of
Yes.
super stories.
So we're bringing some listener stories. We're bringing all kinds of silly stories from around the world, as we normally promise to do. But last few episodes, it's just gone off on one, hasn't it? We've been talking about bins and shit. We're now Yorkshire's #1 bin-related content podcast. There will be no more chat about bins apart from this little bit right here, which I'm going to cease now. There we go. I'm Sam. I'm joined by Mr. Adam Chase.
Hi. Hi, Sam.
He just said hi. Did you hear that? That was Mr. Adam Chase. Oh my God. In the flesh. And Benson, he's right here.
Hello!
Would you mind getting...
I need to tell you about a bin story.
Yeah, go.
I really hurt my leg the other day.
On a bin?
On a bin.
With a bin?
So I have to move our bins to get into the garage.
You're actually
because
going with a bin.
I'm being serious.
You've been
He did
serious.
say
I'm being
Been
serious.
serious.
He's been serious, yeah. Fucking
So-
hell.
I've just promised there'll be no more bin chat. There
Yeah,
you
but
go.
anything you promise is a false promise. And I really hurt my leg. So I have to move the bins. Three bins.
3
That's your general waste, your recycling, and your garden waste.
We're a bin-based podcast. When did this happen?
Yeah, right. And what colour are each of these bins?
So,
Your garden waste brown.
yes. But this is where it gets very confusing for me.
The recycling green.
No.
Always gets
No, no.
confusing for me with
The
bin colours.
recycling is also brown.
What do you mean?
But and instead of saying recycling on it, it says no garden waste. So if that no rubs off, you've got 2 garden waste bins and then a black bin for general.
Hang on, what?
So you've got 2 brown
It goes
bins
black,
and a
brown,
black
brown.
bin.
Why have you
You've
not
not
got
got a green
brown?
bin?
Like my parents, it is the classic black, green, brown.
Yeah.
But this one, it is black.
You're saying
Brown,
classic,
brown.
but it changes around the country, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
to be
blue ones.
And some of them you
There's
can put glass
purple
in.
ones in
What?
Liverpool, I think.
Purple?
Yeah, to be an official Liverpoolian. A fucking Scouser. Then you'll have
To be
a...
a scouse bin,
I
right?
think,
Purple.
I think you have a purple bin.
Wow.
And if you don't, then it means you're a wool, which is not a true Scouse. So, yeah, I literally just said there'll be no bin chat, and here
We're
we
talking
are.
about bins.
Yeah.
We are. It's happening.
So as I moved, I'm getting to the story. So I have to move the bins
There's
thrice
3 bins.
to get into the garage. We put
Two
them in
Five
front of the-
bins.
3 bins.
Right, okay.
5 is right out. I don't even know what colours you could go to after two of them are already... They've got as much imagination as you have. They went black, brown, brown. So
I
then,
actually really like the brown one. Can we just use that?
so I
again,
moved
please?
them out, absolutely fine, got into the garage. Now, for some reason, there was a collection of mud behind one of the bins, and I slipped in that. But you know when you slip, but you don't
Collection
fall?
of mud.
Why is there
It's just like, where
This is where we put the mud.
we keep
you know,
our
like
mud.
where leaves and stuff.
This is
And like
the
puddles
finest
form and
2-year-old.
leaves and
Like
everything.
it had rotted and composted.
No, we can't. Well, just mud. It's just
it
mud.
was just stuff.
It's just mud.
A collection of mud was
A collection of mud.
term, but
Yes, and
Like
I.
This one's from France.
But you
this
know
one's
when
from Germany.
There's Japanese mud in there. There was a bit from the moon. Anyway,
Moon
Moon
mud. Anyway,
you need to look out for collections of mud.
and bins.
See, have you ever put your foot in mud and you slide? You like when you step on ice and your leg slides,
Yeah,
but
I've
you
had
don't
to
fall
slide.
because your body stops you falling. But by doing that, it sacrifices
your
a muscle.
groinal region.
Yeah, you
Well, no,
you jar
it
something.
wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, the whole side of my leg. It's like the side of the calf,
Okay.
and it fucking kills.
And this is because of bins.
Because
or,
I had
or
to
the
move
mud.
the bins to get into the garage that had the collection of mud next to it.
Why were the bins in front of the garage?
So
when you
it's
used to
where
get
we
in
put
the
them. It's
garage?
just good storage.
Well, it's clearly not, is it?
Well, it
Clearly
is
bad
because it
storage
actually
place.
covers the collection of
You
mud
should
up,
not.
so it's a safety
well,
feature.
this is it. You shouldn't store your bins and mud outside the door of the shed.
That's not where you keep
It's
your
not a
mud
shed.
collection.
It's a garage.
I keep my mud collection in a little.
It's an anti-bin
I have a
system.
special mud display area.
Yeah.
Because if someone comes and tries
a
to
nice
nick
little
your
glass
mud,
cabinet. Little different types of mud on every shelf.
Yeah, like a fucking menagerie of mud.
a mud menagerie.
A menagerie of mud.
Yeah, so that happened. I just thought with us not talking about bins, I'd talk about mud
Mud.
and the collection of.
We are the official Yorkshire's #1 mud and bin podcast.
It's not
That's
even
proper Yorkshire, though.
It's not even
we
a
talk
niche.
about mud and bins.
a little bit of filth.
Welcome to Mud and Bin Show.
On the 4th of December 1838, there was a larger than normal collection of mud on the 2nd Street from Whitechapel in London. The government got together and discussed it over several weeks on how to remove the mud, and the mud in that time dissipated in itself.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. That's a good word, though, because you can really emphasise the
Fucking brilliant.
All these fucking mud facts. It's wonderful.
So that happened this week.
The mud.
The mud.
Dreadful.
What happened?
It really hurted my leg.
Well, I hope that serves as a warning to people out there who keep their mud collections behind their bins.
It stops them being stolen, though, because if someone
The
tried stealing
mud
it, they'd fall
collection.
over.
It sounded like a Holy Grail scene now, isn't it? That's a really good mud, that.
That's why I said that's a really nice looking piece
Don't
of
be
stuff.
stealing my mud.
So from now, there will be no more bin chat.
No more bin chat.
No more bin chat. Maybe some more mud chat, though, because I like the mud chat. The mud chat was
Collection
great.
of.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was going to ask you, Benson, before you got into that. There's somebody in Canada who keeps
Canada.
Canadian
Canada.
land. Yeah, the land of syrup and
Moose.
moose. Delicious.
Oh.
Not that kind of moose.
That's where my brain went.
Syrupy moose.
Syrupy moose.
And geese.
Yeah.
I love getting a good chocolate mousse and pouring syrup on it first.
Oh, that'd be nice, but not hair mousse.
Delicious.
No hair mousse.
You don't want syrup and hair mousse.
No, you don't want syrup and hair mousse. A syrup and actual mousse.
Does
is
anyone
good.
still use mousse?
Yeah.
Hair mousse?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it like died
mice?
out.
Nope.
Mice use it.
Mice use mousse.
What did moose use on their hair?
Mice.
Mice. Right. Anyway, so yeah, we've got a Canadian listener.
I just did a 25-second fart.
Who
What?
It just
How did you know it
just-
was 25 seconds?
Well, it might have been longer. It was going. And every time I laughed, it
Sam,
kind
you're
of...
sat
it-
next to
I didn't
me.
even notice.
Did
Didn't
you not
even
feel
notice.
like it was a
No
silent...
fucking, no ground rumbling.
No, didn't
So
feel
now
it.
we talk about bins, mud, farts, moose, hair mousse, syrup, geese, and Canada.
And flatulence.
And flatulence.
Yes, we've got a Canadian listener who keeps mentioning Bensonita. Do you remember your Italian cousin?
Oddly enough, yes, with it being my cousin. With him being my cousin, should I say.
Just wondered if you'd seen him lately.
He is here.
Yeah. Is
I
he?
brought him to the studio.
Oh, there he is.
He's in the control booth at the moment. Should I get him to come in?
Yeah, well, invite him in.
Hey, Bensonita! I have to talk proper broad Yorkshire for him to understand.
Oh, really? I would have thought it'd be the opposite.
No.
That you'd have to speak in proper English.
No, he doesn't understand that. He doesn't appreciate. All his English side of the family are from Yorkshire.
Ah, right, okay.
Bensonito, get in here.
Right. Hey, Bensonita.
Hey,
How you doing?
very good. How are you, Samuel?
I'm very well. How long are you staying over here?
Maybe 1 day, 2 day, but not 3 days.
Not 3 days, too many.
I heard you were all cooking and talking about the cooking of foods the other day. My silly cousin, based on...
Yes, he was talking about carbonara, wasn't it? What's
yeah.
your stance on the carbonara cooking?
Silly man.
He's very silly, isn't he? He's very silly.
I've spent too much time traveling round, so the accent has slightly gone now.
I think he's got stronger, actually.
It's got
than
stronger. Grazie.
Than last time. So it's all kicking off in Italy at the
Oh
minute, isn't
no, mamma mia, what is happening?
Terrible weather and stuff, you know.
Terrible weather.
Global warming. Just stop
Everything's on
oil.
fire.
Everything's on fire and wet at the same time. Wet
Hang
fire,
on,
you
Sam,
know.
Sam,
That's the worst
Benson
kind of
here.
fire.
Isn't that Greece that you're talking about?
Everywhere.
All of Europe.
Everywhere's Bensonito, did you know? Mamma mia, everywhere it's burning. It's like Pompeii all over again.
I thought you didn't know. I thought I just informed you of this, Bensonita. And now you seem to be...
You just informed him now.
Oh, right.
And he's Googling it and seeing all the...
How do you know what he's doing? He's on the phone.
He's not on the phone.
Oh,
He's
is
sat,
he here?
he's sat right now.
I can't see him. I'm obviously blind.
Adam, why don't you look up from your phone for once and look at the fact that I'm sat next to Bensonito?
He's such a handsome guy.
He's very handsome. Italians are naturally more handsome than me.
Just than you.
Just than me.
Just the
It's not a
Italian-
good bar to set, but they achieved it still.
Well, it's lovely to have you on the podcast, Bensonita. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Bensonito's granddad is also here.
Oh, really? What's his name?
Don Cologne.
Maybe I should ask him. What?
In fact, no, sorry, I mispronounced it. It's Don Cologne.
Don Cologne? No Benson in there at all?
There's no Benson. He's on the other side of the family.
Right, okay.
He's actually Bensonito's godfather.
Funny.
See what you did. You don't sound too well, I've got to say, Don
Come
Cologne.
to me on the day of my doctor's appointment.
What are you going to the doctors for?
Death.
All right, death. Fair enough. So probably won't see you again then, no?
Like, you're just going to get death or what?
Oh, he's dead.
Ah.
Kit got it early then.
Yeah.
Minute's silence for Benson's Italian
Not a
uncle.
minute, Sals. We don't have time on the
The
podcast.
doctors are never on time either. How the fuck have we managed to get him early?
Yeah.
They all have funny sirens in Italy. Have you ever heard them?
How do they go?
They go...
And there we go, and that's Benson doing Italian
and
sirens.
then you've got the French that go...
And what about the English ones? How do they go?
I don't know what they sound like now.
How can you know what French and Italian sirens
Have you ever
sound
seen?
like?
Have you ever seen The
They're not
Italian
English.
Job or any film that's based in France?
Yeah, because that's what happens with sirens. They stay the same for 60 years.
If you, I'm being serious. Listen to them. They do stay the same. The
Listen to
Italians,
them.
the French sound like
Right,
they're getting
come on,
depressed.
Sam. We got to go Italy. We
Yeah.
got to find out.
Well, maybe we'll get on the same plane as Bensonito.
I think the British are like, "Woo." That's the one.
That's
American.
But we copy everything they do.
The British now are like,
Yeah, there is a lot of crazy
fucking weird,
noises.
aren't they?
They do the weird high-pitched fast one at a red light.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Bye, Bensonito. Thanks for coming in
Enough. Thanks, Bensonito. We'll see you next
Arrivederci,
time.
arrivederci.
Bye.
Bellissimo. Hey.
Good guy. Good guy.
Spaghetti.
So, has somebody got a story that they can tell us from around the world?
Not from Italy.
I don't know whose go it is because we haven't been doing it in a particular order of late. So if anybody's
We
got a
have.
story ready to go,
We still have a rule.
We still have the rule.
well, this would be episode 19.
This is episode 20, so well done.
There you go. See?
so it's mine.
Right.
Story first.
God,
Okay,
he's
go.
fucking clueless, this lad, isn't he?
Yeah,
no
absolutely
idea.
clueless. So my story today is about bins. It's not actually about bins. I was during that
can't
segment.
bin
I was
teasers.
looking for a bin story. Like I need to find a bin story. I didn't find a bin story, unfortunately. Not a recent one, anyway.
Bin Laden.
But I thought it was going to be funny if I managed to. No, my story is about China. Actually,
The world's
chicken
bin.
of China, the Chinese chicken.
Get a drumstick and your brain starts kicking.
Yeah.
Stop sticking.
Stops ticking.
Yeah. Doesn't start kicking, it stops sticking.
Oh, really? I thought it started kicking.
No, well, you've been eating Chinese chicken for the wrong reasons, my friend.
You've been eating it wrong this entire time.
You go.
We need this clickbait video. Turns out you've been eating Chinese chicken wrong all this time.
Now listen here, folks.
Wow.
You won't believe how you should be eating it.
Yeah, if your brain's kicking after it, wrong.
Yeah, it's got to stop ticking.
It's
I'm
like mad
afraid.
cow disease from a
That's
chicken.
what happens. Mad chicken disease, also known as bird flu.
Headless chicken disease. Oh, bird flu. Avian flu. H18-9-4.
Why are you just saying types of flu? What's going on?
Saying things
no.
now.
It's the
Where are you
variant.
going with this?
It's the variant of
flu bird.
avian flu.
So when it comes to bird flu variants, there is nobody more knowledgeable than our Benson.
Yeah, you can just regurgitate the name.
Swine flu.
H19-5. Swine flu's not bird flu.
It's a different flu.
You're a different, completely different animal now.
These are flying swine.
You're right.
Swine might fly. Anyway.
Sheep flu. That never existed.
No,
That'd be-
sheep don't
That's
get
that's
ill.
the next big one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. They're
That's
just
going to
prepping the
supersede.
sheep for
It's
their
going to
fucking.
supersede COVID-20. That.
They're just prepping the sheep for their 15 minutes of fame. But they did have Dolly the sheep. That was the last sheep's fame. The
clone?
pigs and that, they didn't
The
really have a
clone
go,
sheep.
so they had to get them, didn't they?
Can we call it you flu? Though?
Yeah.
Oh,
that'd
you
be a
see,
good
we've already
one.
got a
That's
name
nice.
for it. You flew
You flew.
You
over
flu.
the nest.
Right, China. How are they
China.
doing?
So China, obviously, like the rest of the
Creator
world,
of many flus.
they're seeing a huge problem with unemployment. So youth unemployment in China has become a serious challenge.
Youth unemployment.
Youth unemployment.
They haven't got a job by the age of 5. Then.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it's getting worse than I thought.
Those sweatshops are
So they're
packed.
saying the jobless rate among ages 16 to 24 hit a record of 21.3% in June.
That's a big number for China.
Yeah, it's a big number for China with the amount of people that are there. Mm-hmm. So how are they solving this? How are young people getting jobs? And who are they getting employed by? You'll never guess.
Clickbait.
This is where we do part 2 of the video, right? We stop
Check
it
the
there.
link for part 2.
No, so what they've started doing now is they have people are now being hired as professional children
Oh no.
or full-time children.
Oh, I bet the BBC do a story on
Yeah,
this.
full-time children, professional children by their own parents.
What?
Okay,
I'm so confused.
Your face is what I've lived this story's for. But this, like,
This
what's
story is
happening?
specifically for your face.
Are you a professional child? No, I'm just a normal one.
Amateur child. I'm working my way towards professional child.
So,
few
well,
more gigs and I'll
basically,
be
so
there.
what?
Got a headline slot coming up in April.
I'm going to keep my amateur status so I can do the Child Olympics, and then I can go professional. No,
So explain more, please.
yeah, well, that's it. So, a professional child, these full-time children, basically, they are being paid a minimum wage by their parents to be their kid.
No.
So I think what's happened here is China have discovered the tradition of pocket money and made it
Is that you?
and gone via employment law.
And then they made it really regimented and gone, well, it has to be minimum wage
Yeah,
at least.
10-minute breaks and then
Right, you're due for your annual appraisal. I don't think you've been the best child over the past year. I think you really need to up those numbers
We've
because
got a 1-to-1 this week, so I need to think about your personal development plan.
I think
I
if
need to know
you
where you're going to go as my child.
you need to decrease asking for ice cream.
yeah, you need to really cut out the crying because that's really annoying. You know, when you scrape your knee, things like that, it doesn't really hurt. You don't need to cry. Who are you trying to impress, you little bitch?
I feel like this is a really good way of parenting. Like, here's your money, here's your wage for being my kid.
What happens
and
if
then
your
you'll
child's
get
sick?
a monthly report.
Do they get sick pay?
Well, that's it. Do they get sick pay? Yeah.
What is employment law like in China? I imagine it's great.
Yeah, I imagine it's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. All the holidays, all of the perks. The
Well, so they
benefits.
say, right? So the average pay is 8,000 yen. Wan?
Yen.
No, it's wan.
What's
Why
one?
you?
China.
They've just made up children
8,000
currency.
8,000 wan a month, which works out to
What's wan?
$1,115.
No, one's one in.
That's what it says.
Oh, China is one, isn't it? It's
How much-
Japan
how much
that's
in-
yen. Yeah.
Yeah, how much in
8,000 wan.
One.
Yuan sheet?
Oops. So that's $1,115 a month. Sorry, I keep hitting
Hang
the
on, how
microphone.
much?
$1,115 a month.
Hang on, how much? $1,000+. And
Yeah.
He literally said the figure twice.
Hang on,
1,000 plus.
What? I still can't get it.
hang on, are they getting taxed on it? Is China
I don't
come up
know.
with a genius
But
way to tax
it
pocket
says
money?
that's roughly the average salary in China. So this girl who'd been interviewed for this says, my job is to spend time with my parents. For example, taking them to the grocery store, doing some household chores. Also, if my parents want to go out, I would make plans in advance, taking them to various stores. They are full-time sons and daughters.
How old are the children?
This woman is 20.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
well, that's
okay.
not a child.
Yeah.
You did say 16 to 24, to be fair. We did
Yeah,
get that.
this is between the age of 16 to 24.
Right, okay. That makes more sense.
I'm in the wrong job. I would happily
Well,
do
this
that.
is what I'm thinking. So
Because you've got a roof over
You
your
would
head.
happily be a Chinese child.
A Chinese shop for 1,000 plus.
You might have some work to do. I don't-
Chores, general chores, though, as a kid. You know, it's,
no, work to become Chinese. I'm not sure.
And a child.
I suppose I have to
I
reinvent
think,
my...
you, I think you
You're
can
missing-
pass off as that, but the Chinese thing you
I
might
suppose I
come
need
so-
to reinvent my entire life. But for $1,000+ a month, and all your bills are covered in that because you
So,
don't pay bills at that
Is this an effort then just to just for numbers then to reduce the unemployment statistics?
it doesn't even say it doesn't even say that. It's just literally some parents are just hiring their kids
To be kids.
continue being themselves, but get paid. For
Is it China that have that weird rule that after you're first born, everyone else is basically cannon
the one
fodder?
child? It wasn't the one child rule.
Yeah, they stopped that.
Yeah,
They
abolished.
stopped it.
They stopped
But there was a rule where you first want
Yeah.
to get all the kind of education and state funding and blah, 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 and the rest of them were like...
Well, there used to be the one child rule where you were only allowed one child.
Yeah.
You see, back then there would have been a premium, so you could have charged $2,000 a month. What's the average wage for
kids are
a
really
working
fucked up
adult
now.
in China?
I don't know.
Because I can't afford £1,000 plus a month for a child.
Pay your child. Just here you go. Just take me
Not
to the
bad
grocery
wage,
store.
that, though. Not bad
well,
wage.
that's it. It's not bad for
Because
the kids.
normally when you get to that kind of age, well, maybe like 18 plus, you start paying your parents, don't you, for board and
Yeah.
stuff like that?
Well, maybe they
Well,
take the
they're
board
paying
out.
their kids now.
Maybe they take the board out of it.
I mean,
though.
the kids have got it right here. The kids are completely swindling the parents.
They're
imagine-
never moving.
Can you
out.
imagine?
Never ever
Imagine
moving
your
out. They're
payslip-
waiting until you die.
You've got your pay slip with all the deductions on it, so it's like $1,115 minus board,
Electricity.
food,
washing.
water bill.
But yeah, they just like they cook the meals, they take them out, they just start.
Oh, I see what it is. It's just hiring a slave. Not a slave. That's not the right word.
Slave that you trust, though.
A trusted slave.
Trusty
a
slave.
child slave.
Trusty child slave.
Well done, China. You've done it again. You
But
pesky
yeah, so the
bastards.
debate is now that is it actually a profession? Because more and more people are becoming full-time children.
Well, it's not
and the
because it
parents
is
are
because you can be an
paying them.
amateur child.
They have a specific website where there's over 4,000 members who class themselves as full-time children.
What do they have a website for? What are they doing on
If
there?
they're only
Planning
their
to
own
take over the world.
Yeah, what's
If
the
they're
website
only
for?
their own-
Probably just exchanging ideas on how to kill their parents.
It's the intranet for the entire workforce. But this means that if at 20, let's say that your child becomes a professional in IT, that makes them an amateur child because they won't be paid to be a professional child.
Yeah, that's true. But then, because at some point, Joe, as
What,
your
what happens
parents
if they get fired? You are no longer my child.
No, you're
Surely
no
that
longer my
makes it
professional
possible,
child.
though. If they're hiring them, that makes it possible. Like, no, we're going to replace you. We're getting rid of you.
Is there a union?
We're getting rid of you, but some of our friends died.
The
and they left
Joneses
a
down the street.
Really nice child. We're going to get them in. We're getting rid of you. You're shit. Your job's redundant now.
Yeah,
We're going to get a new one.
I don't think there's many families called the Joneses in China, actually.
Here's a point.
I didn't
If you-
think that
If
one
you
through.
picked a different name, it would have been racist.
If you think how much do people spend on their children at that age currently?
Yeah, but probably
Maybe
not,
not
much.
20, but-
yeah,
a
not
grand
that
a
much.
month.
No. Well, over here now, cost of living crisis.
Sorry.
You were 12 and you were
Did you have a
like,
cost
go
of living
get a fucking
stroke?
job.
I was just trying to be topical, and I didn't want to talk about cost of living crisis again. But yeah, China hiring
What's your
children to
three
be children.
best
So-
facts about the cost of living?
The 16 to 24-year-olds in China
They have it easy.
have got it made. They have sorted it out and are swindling their parents for
Good for
everything.
them.
So we need to sort
And
it
fixing the statistics as well.
out. But yeah, that's my news about China. It's not about bins, unfortunately. Although they would take the bins
They will
out.
take the bins out, yeah. They would. And they'll clean them. It's £3 you've saved there.
Stop with the bin charge!
You've saved £3. It's cost you 1,000 plus, but it saved you the 3.
Stop with the bin charge!
We love the bins.
So I think we should move on to the next section, which is
The bin section.
most
I hear.
bins in one household record.
We've got 10 wonderful facts about bins coming up for you after this song about dirt.
Mud.
By mud.
By mud. By mud.
Yeah, so I've got the Garbage O 3000 now.
The Cabbage O3000.
Yeah.
What colour does that one come in?
Oh, it's blue with I don't know. I'm colorblind. It's black with blue.
You see, I've got mine
Blue
on
with
order,
black.
but they're waiting for the wheels to get in.
Yeah, it actually compresses down the.
Oh, it's got the compressor in it.
Yeah, and self-cleaning.
Yeah, I replaced the motor in mine. I got a G8 motor in it.
Fucking
now.
hell, you'd get that
Fucking
imported
G8, yeah.
from China.
Yeah. I had to get a
How did you
special
connect it? Do you have to get the special?
I had to get someone to fit it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
Goes now.
If yours is self-cleaning though, that's going to pay for itself in 20 years.
Have you got some kind of security for that though? Because people will be after that bin.
Yeah. I had to get a dog as well.
You have to get
Vicious.
a
Yeah, it just
bin
looks
dog.
after the-
Did you call it
Bin
mud?
dog.
a bin dog. Yeah.
Really?
I called
vicious.
it. Called it Ted. Yeah. No, it's a fucking Yorkshire Terrier.
It just barks at people that go near
Fucking
the
bites some ankles to shit, mate, if they go near it. Fucking vicious bastard. Grew up in a fucking garbage yard.
bin. Surrounded by bins.
It's
Love
really
some-
protective.
Raised
of
by
them.
bins.
Sometimes it
It
opens
was
its
born in a
mouth.
fucking, it was born in a bins and very loyal to the fuckers.
Born in a bin. Luxury.
Back in, man.
Born
Right,
in a
we are still
dustbin.
recording, guys. We are still recording.
Let's
sorry.
not talk about bins anymore.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
isn't
no
bin
more bin chat. That's what we do in our own personal time. We don't need to bring it onto the podcast. So more bin chat when we finish recording, yeah?
Yeah, we're going bin watching.
Okay, so it's Sammy's segment, but it's not really Sammy's segment. In fact, it's Sammy's story segment because I've been sent a few listener stories and I wanted to get involved. I wanted to get involved with some stories.
Did you get FOMO?
You got FOMO, story FOMO.
Well, no, I didn't have the fear of missing out because I'd already had the sensation of missing out.
You'd already feared.
Yeah, there was no fear there. I was just actually missing out. I just had Mo.
Missed out.
Yeah, just had Mo.
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 Fucking Mo. Sucks, man.
So, yeah, I've been sent some stories.
Some stories.
Some, yes.
We only bring one each unless
And
it's
now
too
you've
short.
got a plethora.
A plethora. I've never heard it pronounced like that.
Plethora, sorry.
No, this is it. I keep hearing words pronounced in different ways, and I don't know whether I've been saying it. We mentioned it on a
I
previous
don't know what you're
podcast.
talking about.
People do
Where-
say plethora, and I hate saying it like that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel
you say it,
plethora.
you say it however
I
you want.
actually don't like people using the word. I think people use it to sound smarter than...
It's a good word.
It's not a good word. It's
He
not.
hates
He
good
hates
words.
words.
It's-
He hates words.
It is. You would just make series of grunts.
Absolutely, I would.
Well, that's exactly what he sounds
Every-
like before we hit record.
every
we
other
force
mammal-
him to make actual word noises.
Every other mammal communicates via a series of grunts or noises similar.
And you'd rather not set yourself aside from the mammals. You'd rather join in with them.
Absolutely.
You'd rather not
What-
have
what-
complex conversation
what made us-
instead. Just be like,
what-
I've got posable thumbs. Is that not enough?
I
Exactly.
can do stuff. Now fuck off.
I
It, wor-
won't.
it worked.
but I can.
It worked for the cavemen. Why can't it work for plethora?
They used like
Fuck.
clicks and stuff though as well, did cavemen, didn't they?
So yeah, aspartame. I heard that pronounced as aspartame. Don't know which is right. Plethora or plethora. Don't know which is right. And just today, I heard dopamine.
Oh, instead of dopamine.
Yeah, which
Dopamine.
dopamine.
It's like when
Dopamine.
someone says instead of paracetamol, when they say
Paracetamol.
no, there's another. Oh, instead of ibuprofen,
I've heard about-
ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen. Yeah.
Ibuprofen.
I've heard
that
about
scares
7
me.
different ways of pronouncing.
How
that
else
one.
can you?
Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen. What else? Come on, give us another.
I can't
Ibuprofen.
think any, but I've definitely heard.
Ibuprofen.
They don't say the ibu bit. They just say ibuprofen. That's it.
Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
Oh, because they're getting mixed up with the brand
Nurofen. Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
crazy.
Dopamine. It was
Dopamine.
It was quite. It was a CEO that said
Oh,
dopamine.
so he's a dumbass.
So. I was thinking the other way around. I was thinking,
No,
he's a CEO. He must know his stuff.
Smart.
Yeah,
Has anyone been to see the new film Oppenheimer?
I went to see Barabai instead.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye, Oppenheimer.
This is
Bye
why words are silly. But
We shouldn't use
the
them.
English language is the worst because you've got read and read and live and live and all of them.
All the silly ones.
All of them isn't one of them. But,
They're
you
there
know.
and there, and
No, but they're
All of
different
those.
spellings. I mean, the ones that are spelled the exact same,
but pronounced differently.
pronounced differently.
Well, who cares? We don't like people learning our language. We
And
like
that's
to make
why
it
it's good to
difficult as
use
possible.
lots of different words.
Like grunts.
No, not like grunts. Different words.
For every word, I have a grunt.
Yeah, but
Okay.
there's
How would you-
nicer ways of saying things, and you pick a nicer word for it.
How would you
It's
say
nice.
my spaniel has been arrested for dogging?
Or,
It's very complex.
Very complex.
it's not though.
Can't believe he just said, "Arr." Why couldn't he have just said "Arr" instead?
Just say it again.
So annoying.
Just say it again.
So annoying using your big grunts. So annoying.
So annoying. Why can't you just use simple grunts?
Like, yeah. Why did you have to go?
I can do. That's the beauty of it, because I can use whichever grunt I want.
Well, I can use whichever word I want.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
It's part of my modern
You've
parlance.
got wording legislation in place to make it the word that you have to say.
word legislation.
The grunts, they're not the unlegislated.
Unladen grunts.
Freedom to grunt.
Unladen grunts.
Right. Anyway, I've got some stories, and
Okay.
I need to get
You
through
don't
them.
deserve a story.
Well,
Yeah.
it was sent to me.
Who sent you it?
From the other side of the fucking world.
That's a long name.
It was yeah. This story is all the way from Australia via a,
Oh wow, it is the other side of the world.
via a British newspaper
Is it actually the other side of the world? though?
about something in Spain.
Really? we don't have to get some sources in this place.
We do. So,
Travelled some way.
do you want to know what's happened?
No.
Fucking hell.
No.
Get
No,
to it, lad.
We don't.
Right. So a Brit. That's
A
like
Brit.
A Brit.
British person.
A British person.
British
yeah.
citizen.
Oh, someone from
the
the United Kingdom.
Yeah, of course. A Brit who entered woman's home, soiled himself, and was caught rummaging through her bedroom looking for clothes to wear after a night out in Spain is cleared of trespass after blaming extreme diarrhea. That's quite a long headline, isn't it? It's not
That's a
very
head
snappy.
title. We call them head titles on this podcast,
sorry.
Sam. I know you've not done this before.
Sorry, that's quite a long
It's
headline.
a very long head title. So he's
Caught short.
He's done a poopy poop.
He's done a poopy
He's
poop.
got drunk and pooped his pants.
Do you reckon it was a shark that turned into a shit?
Yeah, he thought he was safe.
It was
He
all
gonna-
shits
he had
and
a little
giggles,
cock of
and
the
he
leg.
giggled and
Thought
shit.
he was safe, and oh no, not safe. Runs into the nearest house.
Well, he's in Spain, so he probably drank some of the water or had a rogue prawn
salad.
or
That's
something.
He might have had a
true.
salad.
British man in Spain usually going to shit himself.
Yeah. You got to have at least one dodgy,
Spanish
questionable shit while you're a Spanish poo. Yeah.
That's a different thing altogether to the 1800s.
I like the fact that he's got away with it, though. So
I like that he's got away with it. How?
he entered a woman's Malaga flat. Has been found
Can
not
I just
guilty
say,
of trespassing. You
sorry,
can say whatever
this
you
is the
like.
second Spanish legal story we've had on this
That's
podcast.
true, because the last one was about beer
Yeah, we are the #1 Spanish legal story podcast
in Yorkshire.
in Yorkshire.
From Australian sources.
That also talks about bins and mud collections. So, a British tourist entered a woman's Malaga flat, being found not guilty after he blamed it on extreme diarrhea.
And
So,
then just rummaged through her drawers.
So
What
the-
the fuck, man? Like,
the 55-year-old, you were
oh
expecting
my
that,
God.
were
Oh,
you?
that's why
Yeah,
you
we
got
were
away
expecting
with
like 20 something.
Excuse me, my name is Ernest Von Chumley, and
Von Chumley.
Yeah,
Von
don't know why
Chumley,
don't know why he's got
that's
a
a
Von
great
in
name.
there. So he's
Definitely
entered
British with a Von in there.
So British sounding
classic
then.
British name, isn't it? So
Had a Von and it's ultimate British.
he's told the trial in Spain that his desperation meant they had to use her shower and then find something to wear.
He's just a pervert, isn't he?
He's a Manchester businessman, and he made a dash for the loo once entering the apartment near the town centre after being taken ill while on a night out with his
But
friends.
there are no public toilets.
I don't know. You see, it seems a strange choice to make, doesn't
And
it?
I need to shit, so I'm just going to run into someone's apartment.
He might have
It
thought that was the
seems really
toilet.
odd.
He could have thought that was the toilet.
It seems like he's reaching here and somehow he's managed it. He's pulled this off. He's walked out of that courtroom going, I can't believe they
When
fucking
he
bought
actually
that.
got
It's
caught,
Kevin Spacey.
he got caught and got
Is that what
arrested.
it is now? Kevin Spacey.
Just spaced
It
it.
used to be the O.J. Simpson, but now it's a Spacey, is it?
So he actually shot himself once he'd got caught, knowing that he had to provide evidence. So he
That's
shot
it. They
himself.
came in and were like, "You arrested?" He went, "Oh,
it.
I've shot myself."
Oh no!
As long as you shit yourself, I think you're okay.
You're safe, yeah. Any police encounter, if you shit yourself,
I've actually been.
it's the cheat code for getting rid of your wanted
That's,
stars.
you know, it's a good point. There's an interesting side story, if you will.
Oh,
Alex Ferguson,
Yeah.
the old Manchester United not owner, manager, got out of a speeding ticket because when he got
shitting
pulled over, he said he was speeding to get home to the toilet because he needed a shit.
You can actually get a sticker for the back of your car that says, "Officer, I'm only speeding because I need a shit."
I don't think that
So it
stands
seems like
up in court.
shitting gets you out of a lot of predicaments.
It does.
It sounds a bit like the male equivalent of lady problems.
Oh, whoa! It's 2023. What? You can't.
They're not called lady problems. They're just called those who menstruate problems.
Yeah, you can't bring anything or any cyclical thing into it.
Cyclical.
It's a cycle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cyclical. That's the right word.
Pronunciation.
What? Cyclical.
Anyway, let's get back to this guy.
Cyclical.
So he didn't
Cyclical.
reach the toilet in time.
Bicycle.
And as such, he
Tricycle.
shit in his trousers, took a shower, and rummaged through a
Shit in the shower.
homeowner's wardrobe,
Had a shave.
looking for something to wear. in
Could
her
have
wardrobe.
just used toilet paper? No, instead went for the
No,
full wash.
No, he did a would you rather, unfortunately. And he's,
And she wasn't growing any dock leaves.
There's no dock
She'd
leaves.
run out of dock leaves, so he had
no
to- had to
cacti.
is this a call back or a call forward when his rabbiting on release?
said call back.
Is it good? Yes. So if you haven't listened to Rabbiting on 10, then go listen to it
Listen
now.
to why cacti in the bumhole is a bad idea.
Right, so prosecutors had demanded a 1-year jail sentence and a €500 fine for the home invasion, but the man was cleared of the charge of breaking and entering. Now, he says
Shitting and entering.
that he asked the client, the homeowner...
The client?
No, not the client.
this-
The client had asked the homeowner, who does not speak English, for permission to use the loo and thought she had granted it. So,
Well, did she say C?
well, I don't know. What's he gone? Unsloppio de shitio.
So
Can I
he-
use your
yeah.
lavatorio?
And she's just
Both of
replied
her.
with some
No.
No shit in here. No
I
shit.
think that means yes.
She's going, no.
So he's gone in.
Yeah,
Shit everywhere.
When they walked in, did she not go no, start kicking up, and they've just carried on walking?
As far
If you're
as
drunk
we're
and you need
aware,
a shit, you kind of switch off all your other senses, don't you?
she was outside doing something, and he was like, "Oh, let me use your shitter." And then he thought she said yes, and then he went in, and then she came in, discovered him there, and locked him in the bathroom until the police arrived.
So now she's getting done for taking a hostage, entrapment.
And he's got
Imprisonment.
off scot-free.
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently
I love the justice system.
his lawyer has said he's a gentleman.
Yeah, he sounds like it.
So he actually said, shito.
All gentlemen get drunk and shit themselves.
Yes, it's the
part of the gentleman's
trademark
code.
of the gentleman is to shit one's pants
That's-
in a Malaga lady's flat.
Yep.
Don't you know?
Yes.
It's the entry requirements to Eton.
Eton.
Ton?
Eton. Eton. It's a mess.
Twatson.
It's a mess, just put it that way.
So, yeah, his lawyer said he's a gentleman who has been congratulated on numerous occasions by the British government
For shitting.
for contributions
By
to
the British
shitting.
government.
To charitable causes. So, yeah, because he's a well-to-do
Shitting
guy, he's got
causes.
away with bursting into somebody's flat, shitting everywhere, rummaging through her clothes, and then just saying, "Oh, I got diarrhea, mate."
Question.
Yes.
Drunk and shit myself.
I
Fuck off.
get a charity just giving link sent from a friend.
Yes.
I donate £10.
Yes.
I now am legally allowed to shit in a Malaga apartment.
Well, you
Just
can
break into it after you shit yourself.
You
yeah.
can commit almost any crime as long as you kind of pass it
Really?
off as needing a shit.
Well, that is
And
an
they're a gentleman
interesting
about it.
bombshell.
That's it.
Oh, I'm always a
That
gentleman.
seems like a
about it.
very loose basis for
Loose
letting
basis,
him-
loose.
It was so loose.
Like his
he
bowel.
shit himself.
That was his name, actually. Loose Spaces.
Loose basis. It does seem like a very loose basis for an argument of, well, he was a gentleman.
He's a scholar and a gent.
Let him off. It was very lovely,
in his
lovely
55
chap.
years, he has never broken into a Malaga lady's flat and shit everywhere.
He
So
broke into a Finnish lady's flat, a Swedish lady's flat, and a Norwegian lady's flat, but never a Malaga lady. Absolute gentleman.
it's clearly an isolated event. He's never done it before.
He actually, as part of the punishment, he got off scot-free, but he actually loses the scholar part.
That was
of the,
the name of the judge.
yeah,
Scot-free.
Scot-free.
Imagine
Loose Spaces and scot-free.
Words being presided over today by Judge Scot-Free. Yes, I'm fucking out.
But I think this, if you go back to the... I don't even know which episode it was. It was quite early on, wasn't it? But the Spanish courts...
They're fucking mental. They're
great.
Just do whatever you want. Yeah,
do
they're
what you
beer
want.
guy
man.
got off with being shit-faced at work.
You didn't
Electrician.
seem drunk. It was fine.
And this guy could just shit everywhere and then go through ladies'
It seems
clothes.
like if you're male, you're sorted. in
I'm moving to
Spain.
Spain.
Let's go. Via China. Probably makes sense to go to
Why,
Spain
why are we
first.
going China first?
So
To
we can
be
become
full-time children.
Professional children.
So there we go. That's the story of the English shitter in Malaga. What a beautiful story.
Wonderful.
I've got another one
Story
now.
for the ages. Oh yeah, there's
another?
more.
I've got
He's
another.
pulling out all the
I
stories
can hold it
today.
if you want. I can hold it for another day if you prefer.
No, let's get them all
It's
in.
up to you
Let's get
guys.
all of your stories
It's up
out of
to
the
you
way
guys.
so you actually have to do some work.
It comes from our friend and your friend, the lovely Jeff.
Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
This is how much work Sam's story does for stories. This is how much. Oh, they sent me them.
Oh yeah, I don't look for him. I do all kinds of other crazy shit.
All kinds of
like
other- like
the
shitting,
stuff that
yeah.
Alex sends you to do. The questions that other people send you to ask. I do loads of stuff. Listeners, send me questions.
I will happily swap Sammy's segment for finding a story each week if you want. I'm happy to do that.
We can have a Lucille segment instead.
Bring back Lucille. There she is. Beautiful. Falcon.
No, but inside joke, inside reference, you'll never know.
Lucille.
Yeah, we're doing inside jokes to a podcast that we never released. You
Literally
guys suck. You don't even deserve to know what we're
You don't
talking
even
about.
know 'cause
Losers.
No one's heard it apart from us three.
Out of the loop, losers.
Joe Loser.
Scoreboards.
You don't know. You don't know
Digital
Lucille.
scoreboards. You don't get shit.
Lucille with the scores.
So Jeff has a story.
And
Jeff,
the story is...
yeah, Jeff sent me a story from the Connecticut Post,
Connecticut Post.
and it's basically the driver of a Mack truck. What's a Mack truck?
It's
Truck
a truck.
is made out of computers.
It's a truck built by Mack.
Is it?
Just the Mac. Just one
MAC.
one guy called Mac.
Capital MAC. It's either that or it's Midland American Corporation.
It's got a K on the end.
Oh, Mack. Well, that is the lorry manufacturer then.
All right, there you go. I don't know what a Mack truck is. It's just
The
a make of truck.
made by Mac.
They also build rides, roller coasters.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Benson. Appreciate
Benson
that.
knows about
So the driver of the truck was 30-fold
30-fold.
year 34-year-old Shaky Joseph.
Oh, come on. You can't give a guy called Shaky Joseph a truck.
No, you can because it's happened.
So we were looking for famous.
So your driving license says
reasons why you shouldn't be driving. They call me Shaky Joseph because I drink everywhere. Oh, that'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Roads are wide enough around here.
it's
There was a guy in Huddersfield we used to call Shaky Jake, but that was because he was shaking all the time.
I think this is his name, though. I think Shaky's the name. I'd like to know.
Like his actual on his birth certificate name.
I looked him up, and
Shaky.
he's on LinkedIn. Shaky Joseph is on LinkedIn.
Yeah, but
it's actually Connecticut's.
you can put anything on LinkedIn, mate. You've seen that.
It's very
That's a
true.
good point. It's not censored.
You can talk about world class anything.
5:12 a.m.
Anyway, so
Shaky.
On episode 9 of Rabbiting On, we were looking for famous Josephs. Well, this is Shaky Joseph,
So famous.
and he's been arrested. Well, he is now. He's been immortalised in Killer Rabbit folklore. So he's arrested and charged with reckless driving. Shaky.
No shit.
He's all over the fucking road all the time.
Somebody reckless gave him a license. He had no fault of his. He's shaky.
He might have started shaking.
That was Reckless Bill that gave him the license.
Reckless Bill gave him the license. Shaky's not reckless. He's just shaky. It's not his fault steering wheels are that shape.
If he'd done it in Spain, it'd have been fine.
He took over from Crashy Barry.
Do they drive school buses? Is that it?
Anyway, Shaky Joseph arrested and charged with reckless driving, unsecured load. I mean, come on. If you're shaky, at least secure your load.
You're not going to be able to.
I was going to say he
I
probably...
tried to secure him. I was just taking everywhere.
He was just adjusting his balls and, he's shaking that much. The load happened. It's not his fault he was unsecured.
It sounds like he's broken the law of transporting anything. That is, if you don't slap it and say that's not going anywhere, then.
But if you shake it,
How does he slap it when he's shaking so much?
Well, that's it. He does the shake test. But I don't know if he's shaky.
If he's actually shaky, or his name is just shaky.
Yeah, I've never heard the name Shaky. It's a great name. I like it very much.
short for shakeria.
Shake Tholomew.
He's Shaking Stevens' brother.
Ah, right. What's he been done for? Yeah, reckless driving.
Shaking all over the road.
Much.
You're under arrest. What for? Shaking.
My name's Shaky.
I'm on brand.
And 12 counts of first-degree reckless endangerment.
12 counts.
12 counts.
Not 10.
What
Not 10.
12 things did he endanger recklessly?
He shook a tree.
He had 12 chickens on the car.
So his cargo was leaking, but
What
continued
cargo
to,
was it?
it was continued to drive anyway. Well, this is the
It was a
thing.
milkshake.
That's why they give him the truck. It's like, no, it was
It's
just
actually milk. He was transporting milk, but it's just
By
a
the
really
time he
efficient way
gets
of
there,
getting.
They're like, we don't need to do it in the factory anymore. It gets done on the move.
McDonald-
They've got this guy, Shaky fucking Stevens, man.
Shaky
Joseph.
Shaky Joseph. He's going to drive the truck, turn the milk into a milkshake. By the time he gets there, problem solved.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
McDonald's
winner,
broken
winner.
milkshake machine will be no longer an issue. with
That's it,
Shaky
because they
Joseph
just
milkshake.
deliver it shaken, pre-shaken.
It's the Shaky Joseph Creamery.
It's a Shaky Joseph shakery.
He shakes that much that he ordered a black coffee and it was a latte by the time he started drinking.
If he gets a bowl of egg white, it's a trifle. or a meringue, whatever it comes.
Bit of this, bit of that.
Bit of whatever. Come on, Sam. Carry on.
So yes, he
Shaky
was.
Joe.
So, yes.
His,
Shaky Joe.
his cargo was leaking, and we don't know why he was transporting this.
We've already told you. He was turning the milk into
Oh,
shake.
it might have been Pepsi because if you shake that.
Well, I mean, you're close, but it was actually human waste.
Oh, okay. So
What's
it's
his
Shaky
cargo?
Joseph.
shaky poo.
Shaky poos of.
Shaky Pooza.
Poo shakes. So he was driving poo.
Yeah.
Transporting
poo.
Transporting poo. Sorry.
Shaking it.
Got a
around.
job as Shaky Joseph. Come on,
Shaking
he's
it
got
about.
work to do.
Recklessly shaking it on the road.
And because it's leaking everywhere, why are you transporting shit? There's no answer to that.
Well, there is.
Well, where do they put it?
If you empty a cesspool, a cesspit, or whatever it is,
Cesspit.
cesspit, it gets emptied into the back of a wagon.
cistern.
Yeah, and then that gets driven off.
Yeah, like, you know when like they unblock drains and stuff like that.
Not everyone has perfect sewage works like we do.
I think that Shaky Joseph has just picked up a load from Shitty Gary. And that's...
What have you got for me today, shitty Gary?
Well,
You'll
you'll never
guess what, Shaky Joseph.
We're too predictable now, Al. We're just too predictable.
So, yeah, it's been leaking everywhere. It's caused the Interstate 95 in Connecticut to be closed
The
down for 3
I-95?
hours.
I-95.
And then, for some reason, this article goes into list some of the types of vehicles that crashed as a result. That's bizarre, isn't it? Why do you need to tell us that? What does that add
This
to
is
the
like
story?
reading one of my
I feel like
stories.
what type of vehicles did crash? As a
Vehicles
result?
identified as crashing due to the leaking waste
Due to
included a Toyota Avalon, a Honda
Yeah.
Civic, a Honda CRV, a Freightliner tractor trailer that jackknifed in
No!
brackets. Yeah,
Not
it did.
Freightliner
Jackknife.
tractor trailer.
Yeah, the jackknife.
Jackknifed.
A jackknife. I can't say that.
Jackknife freight tractor. I can't do it.
It's very difficult, that one.
That's
Another
guy in the
and
story.
two Hondas. God, Honda
Yeah,
having
a
a
motor-
bad day.
They've got
Motorcycle.
advertising right.
a motorcycle,
Oh, imagine falling off into the shit.
Into the shit.
and several more.
He brings,
If
he
you
brings
said-
a
Wait, whoa! You
Yeah.
can't just give in there,
I know, yeah,
mate.
it's
I
like-
need all the
Yeah,
several.
list them all.
Yeah.
That's not- if you're going to actually list the types
Just
of
trying
vehicles.
to get your word count up for your fucking for your fucking
what it is,
budget. That's
isn't
all
it?
you're doing.
motorbike.
Like, I need to
Written
add
this.
another fucking 50 words to this.
Fucking Zach Palmer, yeah, needed to add some
Fucking
words. It was
Zach
just like,
Palmer
what
learned to
crashed?
talk
We
more.
don't know what crashed. Will anybody know if I make up the cars?
Just gonna put some
just
fucking
them in.
random.
Put a
cars in.
Honda,
Mini Cooper.
Lack of imagination Honda again.
We'll make one a little bit more. Yeah, jackknifed. It was a trailer.
The motorcyclist brings a whole new meaning to skid mark.
Yeah,
Hey!
it really does. Da-da-da-da-da.
Boom!
That's Benson.
Take that to the bank. That's not the cash register. That's not the cash register.
Try that again.
Oh, I've got sound effect
Try it
issues
again
again.
with
that
the
to the
leading
bank.
line. Take that to the.
Bank.
Yay!
Yay! So this is the first episode we've done without the cow sound effect. I've let us
It's all
down.
gone wrong because
It's
there's
here.
no cow.
See, I really like the vintage, the 1979 classic. It came in the cherry red, and it actually had 3 wheels on it. Now, the 3-wheel design was good for moving the bin.
That had
But-
locking action on the lid as well.
It
didn't
did, it did, but the locking mechanism broke, which is why it became
Yeah, a
infamous.
few people got injured, didn't they?
They
by that
fell
locking
into
mechanism?
it.
Someone got trapped in one and died.
They go for thousands on eBay now.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They're the collector's items now. You just got to be really careful.
Classic bin. Classic bin.
They're actually
It is a
that much of a
classic bin.
classic, they have to pay a premium tax on them as well.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah,
the council, if you want
garbage
to use a
tax.
classic bin, you have to pay your council.
It's we've got to be clear though. It's not for usage, is it? Because it is a danger to the public.
It is a danger to the public. It's similar to 1950s refrigerators, where you couldn't leave them out on the street.
When they got rid of that, before they got rid of the locking mechanism on fridge freezers, yeah. That was it. You couldn't leave them out on the street. You have to get special people to come and collect them. The same with these bins. You have to get special recompense from the council to be actually have one of these bins outside.
They were laid with asbestos as well, which was pretty terrible. Anyway,
yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
fuck.
I know you've kind of already mentioned this, but
bins. Yeah, I have
I've
several times.
also got a story.
Oh, you have?
No, you have not.
What's it about?
I have. Now, this story was tweeted to us
No, it was not.
from Karen.
It's not called tweeting anymore.
From Karen.
Oh, what's it called
Xing.
now?
It was X.
Sorry, it was X to us, but
It was
at the
X to
time
you
it was
by
tweeted.
Everybody
It was-
on Twitter is now known as X as well, so it was X to you by X on our X account.
The X's X'ers on X.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Got to do a shout out to Karen as well, because
X.
said I would if she beat you both in the quiz, which she
X.
didn't. But because
she didn't.
because of her honesty, I was like, all right, I'll shout you out anyway. So there you go. Shout out Karen. Thanks for all the support.
But
We
she didn't
appreciate
beat
it very
us.
much. She didn't beat you, but she was honest about it. She could have said, yeah, I got them all fucking right. Then you twats.
How much did she
Is that what she
lose
sounds
by?
no
like?
idea
I didn't
what she
imagine. I
sounds
don't
like.
imagine she does sound
No,
like.
I imagine she sounds like that.
Excellent impression from someone you've never heard speak
What the
before.
fuck was that?
I don't know.
Anyway, Karen, thanks for sending the story. And top tip for next time: don't tweet it to us so everyone can see, because it ruins the surprise.
Did I see it though?
You might have done. You might not have done.
Probably
You're about to
didn't.
find
I
out.
don't really go on.
It's a pretty crazy.
Tweet on X.
It's a head title that once again kind of goes off on one. And this we got this from X via X.
Okay.
Thanks, X.
X's then.
Head title.
X.
No, this isn't on X. This is from a different.
X.
No, everything is X now.
It's
Do you not
all X.
understand?
It's so
The whole world
confusing.
is X. It doesn't need to be confusing. It's just all X.
He's got a really good opportunity to change it to space M so it stands out a bit.
Surely he should have started with like space A and then gone on to like PayPal B and just gone down.
Yeah, and eventually you get to
You have
X.
the
You
full,
then,
full alphabet.
yeah.
Elon Musk.
Well, I don't know where you're going to find us soon because I'm sure Twitter's going to, or X is going to down its ass at any point. So
People have been saying this for a long time,
X
though.
button.
And
it's because
still alive.
we saw it happen on a genuinely
it's not,
good social media.
I know you say it's still alive, but
It's not though.
that's like saying that someone on life support is still alive.
It's like saying Walt Disney's frozen head is still alive.
Yeah, people, it's the kind of thing though. Everybody moved to Threads for like 5 minutes,
I
and I
know
was
I
like,
went on
"Oh no,
Threads.
that's."
No.
Well, what they did
It's
is
a second thought, so let's not
On
go to
second
Threads.
thought,
so what they did is
It's
they
silly
gave,
idea.
yet again all their data out for 5 minutes and then stopped.
We'll see what happens. I don't know. Twitter seems
That Mastodon that never caught on.
there's
Mastered
there's
off.
Donald Trump's truth one, isn't there?
I'll go on now.
Yeah, let's get involved on
Yeah,
that.
find us on Donald Trump's truth.
.com.
Fake news. Right.
Okay, head title.
Woman
I'm ready.
claim. Are you ready?
We're ready, yeah.
I was saying I was ready as you were starting, which
Okay.
thus made me not ready. So hang on a second. Let me just say I'm ready, and then as soon as I've said I'm ready, then
You've said
I'm ready.
it. You've said
Okay?
it. How many? Which
You ready? I'm ready.
Woman.
I'm not ready.
Right, okay. We need to wait for Adam to be ready. Just give us a minute, and then we can go, okay?
Yeah.
So as soon as Adam said he's ready, but I'm unready now because of this whole
So we
incident.
both got to say we're ready.
Should we
Do
try
you
and-
want to do it
But what
first?
if I
Okay,
don't?
I go
What if
Okay,
first.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
But I'm not ready yet.
You're very unsure there, Adam.
I wasn't sure.
I
at
need
first, but I'm
100%
ready now. I'm
commitment
ready
to
now.
be
Okay,
ready.
Adam's ready.
I'm
I'm
ready.
ready.
I am ready. Woman claims ragdoll husband cheated on her again. Capital letters. Dash. So she took away his penis.
Ragdoll like a doll or ragdoll like a cat?
Ragdoll husband. Ragdoll like a ragdoll.
What do you mean ragdoll like a cat? Is that
Ragdoll's a type of cat.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, because I think that would have said woman claims ragdoll cat husband.
Oh, you could just say ragdoll.
Again.
I've never heard of a ragdoll cat.
I haven't, but this is a ragdoll ragdoll.
Right, it's not a cat.
So it's like
Just to be clear.
Rosie and Jim.
Like Rosie and Jim, it'd be in this case it'd be the Jim.
Well, yeah, it had a penis, but I mean, so could Rosie.
Did
Maybe.
Jim? I don't think Jim had a penis.
You don't know. He never took his pants
You
off.
don't know what you don't know what
You
was
don't know
knitted
it. You
up-
weren't there, man.
You don't know what they
guy
knitted
on the
underneath
boat-
that.
You
I'm
don't-
pretty sure. Mind you.
Oh, here we go. He's
in-
pretty sure he
in-
stripped Jim.
In school, we used to sing Rosie and Jim, having it off in a biscuit tin. So
So there you go.
He could have been having it off in a wheelie bin.
maybe you did have a.
Or maybe he
woolen
didn't,
penis.
but Rosie did.
So I'm going to attempt to pronounce the name of the person, which is
The ragdoll.
She's going to get butchered here.
Can
Not
we,
butchered.
can we just take a step back?
The
and
ragdoll
what's
got
actually
butchered.
happened? So a woman has a sexy,
claimed-
sexy
no, she's
doll.
claimed.
Right,
A
she's claimed.
sexy
that
doll.
she has a husband that is a ragdoll.
Right, okay.
It
And
doesn't have
he's
to be a
cheated.
sexy ragdoll.
He's
The
cheated.
ragdoll's cheated on her again.
Right. A second time.
A second, well, it could be a third term. We don't know yet.
Right, and then she
So she
chopped its
took
woolen
away
penis.
his No, she took away his penis.
She took it away.
She took it away.
Didn't chop it off.
No, she might
No,
have
she
kept
just
it.
took it away.
She had that as a separate thing. So she had a
Maybe.
little woolen penis.
Ragdoll had a detachable penis.
Detachable
Did he have a
penis.
Detachable penis.
Did he have a detachable penis? And was it a woolen penis? Because there's a whole.
It was a ragdoll
heap of
penis.
problems.
That'd be fucking weird if you had. Well, I mean, it's weird enough, this, isn't it? But if you had.
Oh, this is the
if you
part where it
had-
That
gets
was the
weird.
moment where it got
Yeah,
weird.
if you have a ragdoll husband, but it's got a real penis.
You've
Where
stolen
did you
from
get
someone.
the penis from?
How would you make it hard?
Just like,
Put starch on it.
Just,
you know,
just get the starch
Starch
sprout,
the ragdoll,
starch
yeah.
the fucking
you know the little
collar.
things that you get on the end of a turkey baster.
The turkey baster.
To pump it up.
Yeah, pump it up. Yeah,
Pump it up.
pump it up.
So, Merivone Rocha Morares.
Let's just call her Sarah.
Forever Russia.
37. Married her ragdoll husband last year, but far from
She didn't
wedded
marry
bliss.
She did.
Claims
She married
Marcelo.
Didn't marry it.
She did.
Marcelo.
Marcelo has been cheating on her, so she punished him.
With
Sorry.
another ragdoll.
I don't know yet.
Barbie?
I'm reading this live. I don't know.
We'll find out.
So punished him by taking away his manhood, which means penis. Apparently. A woman claims the ragdoll she married has cheated on her, and as a punishment, she's taken.
That was the same thing
Oh,
again.
no, we found out what the penis is. It
What?
tells you.
Oh, come on.
You have.
We're about.
We're about to be done.
Sorry, I should act more excited.
Thank you. She has taken away his manhood. A 16-centimetre dildo.
Right.
So he just has that on him at all times. So Mr. Ragdoll is ragdolling about with a fucking.
Oh, no, it gets
massive-
weirder.
It's
It gets
just
weirder.
his penis. It's not connected to him. It's just his.
It's
the
got
ragdoll
his,
has a
yeah.
penis.
It's got weirder.
Whoa. How?
The person whose name I can't pronounce, his mother,
Forever
Sarah.
Russia.
She's called Sarah.
Sarah's mother, made her the toy named Marcelo after listening to her complain about being single and having nobody to dance with. Now, we all know what dancing she's talking about.
Rap battle dancing.
Rap dance battles.
After a whirlwind romance, the couple decided to tie the knot in front of around 250 people.
A whirlwind romance. Sorry, a whirlwind romance.
Whirlwind.
What did she do? So her mother knitted her this ragdoll,
And then she danced.
her and this ragdoll went on some massive romantic adventure.
Yep.
How can you use this description?
They got married
for-
in front of 250 people.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm more
that-
concerned about.
Yeah, but I'm more concerned that the journalist has reported it as a whirlwind romance with a fucking doll.
After a whirlwind romance, the couple decided.
Are we saying whirlwind or whirlwind? here?
Whirlwind.
Whirlwind.
Right, okay.
Whirlwind. The wind of the world.
The wind of the world.
No,
I mean,
whirl-
technically,
all
All
wind
wind is whirlwind.
unless it's solar wind.
Not the wind that comes out of my bottom.
However, she claims the doll has recently been.
Hang on, no, I need to stick on the 250 people.
I mean, they were just dolls.
Some people have.
Were they?
I don't know yet.
Did you
It says people. It says
250 dolls?
her mother's hands.
she told the
are-
mum, she's like, we're going to get married. He's like, oh, fuck,
I
I'm
said
going to
it
be
as a
busy.
joke.
My
but it
arthritis
became
is gonna play.
Halfway through saying it, I was like, that could actually be a genuine thing.
Yeah,
Well, we'll find
how
out.
Are you gonna? How can you be the kind of person
Who
that your
goes to
mother
that?
would knit you a doll that you'd get married to that has a detachable 8-inch dildo penis,
That you just
And-
strap onto it.
and
now
you've got
again.
250 people that would
I wouldn't
happily go
even
to your
get
wedding?
250 people to go to a normal wedding for me.
Yeah, that's
let
what I
alone
mean.
if I
I don't
married
even
a
know
ragdoll.
250
Benson's
people.
found some
It's-
stuff out
it's-
here.
it's
I
getting-
don't even know
it's getting
250
weird.
people.
I don't either.
Yeah, but she
mind
did.
you, if
the
some-
ragdoll did. She didn't know anyone.
Yeah,
The ragdoll.
with the ragdoll.
if somebody-
Been around the block
Jim is
and
known
that.
by a lot of people, or Marcelo in this case.
He's had a few relationships.
If I was offered an invitation to go to this wedding, I would
I
go.
would go,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's what this is. Maybe the 250 people are just random people. They gave out leaflets on the street or something.
See woman marry doll. I would go to that.
Yeah, I would.
So
What is it? Hold up, everybody. She crazy lady married doll. Everybody.
it's $3 a ride.
$3 a go. Come on into the church.
See, she's claimed the doll has recently been cheating on her. So at first,
I forgot about the cheating.
Made-
I need to know who with.
so she is making
Her mum.
Oh, this is weird. This is taken a
they
twist
share
because
the
they've
same
misgenderfied the doll.
Oh,
Because it goes, however, she claims the doll has recently been cheating on her, so she is making her sleep on the sofa.
Oh,
That's wrong, isn't
Is
it?
the
Have I
doll a
read that?
female? Is the doll a female with a dildo?
Well, as extra punishment, she took away his dildo Willie.
I don't
That's
think.
it actually says dildo Willie in it.
I don't think they put the best journalists on this story.
No, it was,
I really don't think
it was,
this is
it
a
was a
high
chap
quality-
called Anthony Thrower. I'm not joking.
I like how. So she's taken away.
Friends with Shaky Josh.
She's taken away her ragdoll's dildo.
Dildo Willie,
Now,
specifically.
I don't think that dildo is for the ragdoll. I think that dildo's for. So is she like banning herself from using it for a certain amount of time, or is she just like, oh no, you can't be attached to it whilst I use it?
And why? How does she think it's cheating?
And why, as a journalist,
It
picked
can't.
this up?
It can't go somewhere without her say
Did
so.
she find like someone
Without
else's
moving
pube on it? Did someone else use her dildo? Is she mad about that?
Well, she found out. She found out that she'd been cheated on when her friend sent her a text message one evening saying that he was cheating on her.
She doesn't have friends. This is
Who?
ridiculous.
She does. She has
Who is her
250
friend?
friends. So
Who
that
sent
night,
her
This is
message?
this is a big complex web of just this one woman, isn't it? She's
like
messaged
multiple
herself.
personalities or
that-
something.
That's what's going on here, and I feel
This
bad for
woman,
her.
I do feel bad. She needs medical attention.
Yes, she does.
well, she's afraid other women will touch Marcello's 16-centimetre white rubber dildo.
How many women are scared their friends are going to steal their dildos? Do you think?
So she hides the penis
it's Marcelo's.
in the
though.
underwear drawer.
Obviously, Marcelo's dildo is much better than
Yeah.
other people's dildos.
She found a bright pink thong on the floor as well. That's the
her
size of-
own thong.
No, it's not her own.
How do you know?
It says
How do you know?
What basically what she's saying is someone is breaking into her house to use her dildo
Pretty much. Marcello is
and
naughty.
left their underwear.
He goes after women and then lies to me like nothing
Goes
happened.
How does he go after women? She just throw it.
Throws him out the window.
That's it. She
What's the name of the guy that wrote the article?
Anthony Thrower.
There you go. Oh, it's all
Well,
coming together now.
It's full circle.
Bloody Anthony.
He's just turned up and snuck in every so often and throwing this doll at women, and she's like, "Oh, why are you with that woman?"
Just throwing himself.
This is actual crazy.
Oh, the wedding was in Brazil, so that sounds less crazy now.
Oh
Obviously, yeah, clearly.
250 people
She's
would've gone.
gone from Italy to Brazil to get married to a rag doll with 250 people. I
Oh,
don't
this-
believe any
this
of
is-
this.
a cheating ragdoll. Yeah, this is
This
insane.
fucking adulterous rag doll.
She's been left struggling to pay the bills as the sole breadwinner.
What did he do? What did he do to pay the bills? Fucking other women.
He doesn't fight with me. He doesn't argue.
Gigolo.
This is quite an accurate part.
She'd never realised that that's where she's getting all money from. He's a gigolo.
There's quite an accurate part here because she's claimed that he doesn't fight with me. Well, that makes sense. A ragdoll wouldn't tend to fight with him, and he doesn't argue because
But
he
he-
can't talk.
But he chases other women.
He just lays there and does nothing. The lazy bastard.
I come back and he's in the same place he was when I left for work. The fucker.
Except with a pink thong around his legs, the bastard.
And his dildo's nowhere to be seen.
And it smells funny.
And there's pubes.
Oh my God, it gets weirder.
no, he doesn't.
The newlyweds spent a week-long honeymoon at Rio de Janeiro beach. That ain't the weird part. Before welcoming a child together.
No,
The
what?
pair welcomed their doll baby, Marcellino, into the world on May 21st last year, accompanied by a nurse and a doctor.
No,
And
why are,
nurse and
people,
a Dr. Ragdoll.
And that is where the story ends, my friends.
why are people enabling this?
Yeah, you wouldn't enable this. This person needs help.
Enablers.
I mean, I do think that all these other people in the story are just ragdolls as well.
Yeah, I think this was written by a ragdoll. I think Joshua
She's-
Thrower is a ragdoll.
Yeah, and the woman has written this entire article, made all the dolls, made the entire plot, and just sent it to the Mirror and gone
Yeah.
publish that.
Yeah,
I
there
just
you go.
think people have
This is crazy. Stick this in your paper.
People have married
journalist, I
weird
swear.
things.
Yeah,
Yes,
we've
that's true,
covered this.
That's true.
So a
and
ragdoll with a
journalists
penis.
usually cover it as a case of, look at, this person does this and this is the thing, but this journalist has covered it like it's a fucking...
genuine-
They're putting too much credibility on this.
Silly Anthony Thrower. You should have thrown that one away.
Yeah.
So that is my story.
It
That
is.
is-
But it's not mine, actually. It's from Karen, from
The woman's
X.
name you can't pronounce.
Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher. and
Ferrero
her
Rocher. Why can't I
Ragdoll friend.
Oh, well, I can pronounce that.
He couldn't pronounce the woman's name though. Could
Oh
he?
no, it was a silly name.
It is a silly name.
It's probably not a normal name in Brazil, but for me it was a bit silly.
Silly.
Anyway,
I mean, she's a silly lady.
Anyway,
Let's be fair.
We've got more bin chat to have, so let's end
Yes,
our
we need
this
to go
segment
and
here.
talk about these new bin models.
And we've come to the
And
end.
we've come to the end.
of
Another.
Bon.
Cast.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You're in it.
That's your first.
Can't even fucking end
Yeah,
this thing now, can we?
Can't end. It'll never end.
We just want to get out of here and talk about bins. Yes, it's the end of episode 20. 20 of these fucking things already. Thank you very much for listening. We appreciate you joining us for the journey and hope you've enjoyed the show. If you would like to get in touch with us here at the Killer Rabbit Podcast, you can, of course, do so by finding us anywhere online. We're on all of the schmedias. We're on
Apart
the
from Mastodon
TikToks.
and Truth. and
We're on
Threads.
the Twitter. We're on
No,
the
X. It's on
Instagram.
X.
Oh, shit.
X.
We're on X. We're on all the other shit ones as well.
Also, we've got multiple episodes coming out where we call it Twitter, and it's already changed to X, so we're going to need to go back and re-edit those. We'll have to bill Elon.
Ah, shit.
Oh yeah, we'll send him an invoice.
So, if you've got any bin chatter
Elon
or
Musk.
anything else you'd like to get in touch with us about, you can email us at killerrabbitpodcast@gmail.com. Come and say hello, send us some stories, send us some funny stuff, do whatever you like, or just say, hello, I like your podcast. And we'll go, oh, thanks, mate.
You'll get more of a chance of response if you send us bin information. Like, what colour's the bin in
Binfo.
your area?
Binfo.
All the binfo.
On the binternet.
Send us binfo.
on the binternet.
All the binfo. Yeah, I need to know what colour it is, the size of your bins. What's your preferred bin?
Does it have
Do
the
you
little
like
bit, the divots
vintage-
that go in?
Do you like the vintage models, or do you prefer something more modern?
Who'd have thought that when I said there'd be no more bin chat, we'd just completely
by
flood the
saying
show
that,
I mean,
with
you should
bin
have figured
chat.
By
that.
saying that, you triggered me and Benson
Yeah.
there.
You triggered our bin talk.
Now
We've
it's
been
all
there.
about bins. Been there.
Bin Laden.
It's all very interesting. Anyway, we've come to the end of the show. Get in touch. We love you very much. I've been Sam.
I've been Benson. Binson.
And I'm
if you will.
I'm Bin Adam.
Hey.
Until next time, bin for now.
Bin, 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 bin.
Bin.